Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. This time we are visiting the anatomy of your connection. This could be platonic, this could be romantic. It is entirely up to you. So we're going to be picking from 3 piles. And we will be picking from the Romance Angels. I'm sure you guys are really well acquainted with these decks, or this particular deck. So let's find out about your connection. It could be platonic, it could be romantic, whatever the case may be. The anatomy of your connection. Let's do pile number 1, honeymoon. Let's see if we can get this in here more. I'm working on a very different surface because this beautiful box, it's actually a box, which is why you see the fold back here, was gifted to me by my dear friend Carl. So I thought I would share it with you guys. I love his creativity. Pile number 2, letting go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally as I burn everything, including the house down. Okay, that's close. And pile number 3. Religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So have a look. Hopefully nothing burns down while you're looking. And I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me. If you're a repeat offender, I appreciate your time and diligence and just showing up to see what's up today. And for you newbies, I want to thank you so much for stopping in. Do consider subscribing if you feel led to. So the anatomy of your connection, you've chosen the honeymoon. This is pile number 1. Enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. So we're going to be exploring this connection, whether it is romantic or non, or has a possibility of romance. It's going to be whatever it is that you are thinking, or the person that you're thinking about anyways. Get a little sagey sage going here. All right, pile number 1. So we have the honeymoon. What else do we have? For pile number 1, the anatomy of your connection. The anatomy of your connection. So for some of you, this pertains to actually just a friendship. Somebody new in your life. The anatomy of pile 1's connection, please show me now. Le Diable. So this could be referring to a Capricorn. Maybe. See what else we get. The anatomy of your connection. Pile number 1, show me now. Reine de Coups. Okay. Let's hope I don't burn the whole house down doing this, you guys. I had to feature, my friend sent me a beautiful box. He custom makes these, of course, and I just love the detail he puts into it and the hard work. And I just wanted to feature it because it's really special. It's super badass, actually. So with that, thank you so much, Carl. I just appreciate you. Pile number 1. So right off the bat, we have, in this connection, there could be some obsessive thinking, a little bit of trying to put things into your head, or vice versa. This is gonna bug me, but I can burn the whole house down trying to straighten this out, right? This also tells me that perhaps Someone is busy planting ideas into someone's brain. Now, whether good or bad, we're going to find out in a few minutes, right? So this could be a coworker trying to whisper things to you to kind of get your brain going. But I feel like this is even more your energy right here. So you're in the honeymoon phase. This is a brand new phase, a brand new era, whether you're reuniting with somebody or newly getting to know a partner, a potential partner, dating someone, getting to know a new coworker, things like that. Or this could also be speaking about just taking the next step, but it's a very new next step. So if you've been friends for a long time and all of a sudden you want it to be like more like lovers or partners or whatever, it is new. Now, one thing I want to do is tell you also that with the moon right here present, there's a lot of clouds in the honeymoon. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And it's great. I feel like you might even be planning a holiday with this person, or they might be planning a holiday to see you, or they might live at a distance. But this is embarking on a new journey, if you will, okay? And so this could be saying, and also gives me the moving vibes, almost like moving. You could be moving to be with somebody. This is a honeymoon phase, like you've never lived with them before. Maybe you've been together for 5, 6, 7 years, 20 years, whatever. And you've taken that final step of, let's just move in together because it works for us, whatever. And so that could be a brand new phase, even if you've been together for a million years. But what this tells me is that there is some fog on top. Maybe there is a lack of like clarity as far as like where this is headed, where you're going, or what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're planning a vacation and it's loosely planned. It doesn't have a really strong itinerary yet, okay? Or at all. It's almost like we're going to destination A and we'll just kind of see how it shakes out. And we'll do whatever we feel like doing, that kind of a thing. So this right here is telling me that you're the Queen of Cups. So whether male or female, this is telling me that you are somebody who's really connected. You follow your epiphanies. You follow those things that go, that make you go, in the night. You follow your intuitive hunches, okay? So I feel like you might even be very like considered traditional. You might even do like tea leaf readings. You might be a tarot reader such as myself. You might even be like a flame gazer or a scryer or somebody who reads palms or tarot cards or, those obsidian mirrors, whatever the case may be. But you might feel very much like somebody who is very traditional. In a deep tradition. I don't mean just like they expect the man and the wife and the kids and the picket fence. I mean more like your roots, your ancestral roots, like something very, very deep about you. Okay, something exotic, I want to say. Now, how the anatomy of your connection is, do you hear my voice crack? So this is the Eight of Cups. This is climbing. This is taking milestones to climb something. So maybe somebody's having to climb monumental opposition or leave something behind in order to engage in this honeymoon phase. Maybe perhaps this is even like saying that, I'm traditional. I kind of would never consider that, but now I am considering it. And this other person is saying, hey, consider it. Let's do it. That kind of a thing. So they could be trying to tempt you. That's another scenario, but this literally talks to me about, how would you say it? Departing of old ways, of old line of thinking, of being a risk taker, maybe a little bit, of leaving the tried and true, leaving things that you have maybe put a lot of effort into in order to gain and have your stability established, because these cups are not falling. In the traditional tarot, they are. But in this one, they're just nicely perched. This one might have, it looks like she's kind of pushing off on that one cup. But it seems like for the most part, these cups are pretty much solid. She might, when she pushes off, that one might tip at the very end. Who knows? But I feel like there is a departure of normalcy. Is that how you pronounce it? Doing things the way you typically do things. And that is like she's on a new adventure. Maybe I've never rock climbed before. And she's like, fuck it, I'm going to rock climb. The fact that I have almost like the sun, the full moon, and the waning moon, this could take a while, or this could take until the next lunar phase, okay? Something like that, but very earthy and grounded, I feel. Let's see if we can get this to kind of stand up there. Oh, that's a miracle. Awesome. Yeah, so we're headed towards the Ten of Cups. The anatomy of your connection is one that someone's kind of prompting or tempting you or trying to lure you or coax you into something that is quite different. And I feel like this can even lead to happiness, or really like emotional happiness that you never expected, even having like a world of different colors and ideas in a vibrancy that you haven't seen before or had not seen in a long time. I do feel like even these guys, these rocks or pillars here, feel to me a little bit like, almost like pyramids. So this could be looking at things that have been there for a long time perhaps, and they've just simply escaped your notice, okay? So I don't feel like it's necessarily anything fancy, but the fact that these two guys are naked here and it is a number 10, I feel like you may have had some endings. This trip, this journey, this honeymoon phase, whatever it is, could make you really emotional or emotionally connected to the other person in ways that you would not have imagined. And it's quite unexpected, I feel. I'm like, please don't get lit on fire here. Okay. What else do we have? The anatomy of your connection, please. The anatomy of how one's connection in this honeymoon. The anatomy of your connection, please. Show me now. Look at that. I do believe we have the Lovers. We have an angel kind of standing and overseeing everything. Maybe even directing, perhaps. Perhaps you needed a push or a prompt or someone who had more of an adventurous mindset than you do. And again, this could be for same sex, different sex. We don't read sex, we just read energy here. We are, or I should say I am, an equal opportunity offender. I really, doesn't make a difference to me one way or another. So let's find out a little bit more about this. For pile number 1, show me what I need to see. Why is Le Diable here? Why is the devil here, please? For the honeymoon, for pile number 1, what is this person trying to attain in this partnership? Show me more about the anatomy of the connection of pile number 1. Show me now. A major ending. Okay, let's get this even zoomed in here. So this person wants to bring about an ending to a situation that perhaps is of old. They could have, they could even view their life a little bit like colorless or lackluster, or maybe perhaps they want to sell their house, or they want you to sell your home or relocate in order to be with them. But this could also be saying that the devil's saying, you know what, this is for sale. Do you want to buy it? A little bit trying to tempt you. It's like this house is already been iced over. Hey, do you want to move in next door? This seems a lot warmer than that. So let's see if we can get rid of the house that's actually cold. Let's go ahead and put it up for sale. Aren't you tired of that life? Don't you want a change? Don't you want something different and better for yourself? That's coming from the devil or Capricorn. Show me the anatomy of your connection for pile number 1, please. Why is the Queen of Cups here? For pile number 1, show me now. Strength and the 1 of Wands or the Ace of Wands. I love these cards, you guys, so much. So this could be saying, you know what, maybe I might lay down all of these clothes, maybe buy something different, maybe kind of stop going from one day to the next in a listless manner, in a predictable manner. Maybe I'll take a risk. And this is just even having a little fire ignited about you. Maybe you're starting to feel like you're just a little bit more passionate, or starting to get a little bit excited, or maybe entertaining something different is going to be really kind of lending more vibrancy to your life, whereas perhaps things are a little bit dull and dismal as of right now. So the anatomy of your connection also has a strength card, and this is somebody who's extremely sexy. So I feel like maybe you are somebody who is viewed as being very sexy, very attractive. People want you. When they look at you, just automatically, like, you could be into fitness, you could look fit, or you could be simply proportionate in a way that everybody looks at you and thinks you are simply divine, okay? And I mean all body types and shapes and sizes. There is someone for everyone. I also feel like this is giving me the vibes that people chase you a lot, whether you think yes or no, whether you're partnered already or not, or whether any of those scenarios, even if you're in a relationship that's been going on for a long time. I feel like this person, this Capricorn, or this person that has kind of a little bit of a devilish mentality towards you, feels like there is a need to chase you because you're hot, you're sexy, you're smoking. And they would like nothing more than to explore that with you. I feel like also you are very earthy, and they realize that you have been able to conquer a lot of the things within yourself. And because of that, they can't just act like the normal devil. They have to pull out all the tricks. I'm not saying this person's deceitful. I'm saying that they might have to pull out extra aces in order to get you to agree. Hey, go on a honeymoon with me. Hey, marry me. Hey, sell your house, move closer to me. Hey, go on a date with me and let's do something together. Hey, let's take our relationship to a different height, and let's go ahead and start dating solely each other, or whatever the case may be, okay? So let us look a little bit more on the anatomy of your connection for pile number 1. I definitely still feel like for most of you guys it's a brand new connection. Pile number 1, what else do we need to know about this? How do other people view this connection, please? How do they view this connection? Oh, hi. We're just going to take this, the King of Swords. I feel like others will look at it and just really kind of want to dissect it. Like, how did you two hook up? How did you guys connect? Where do you guys know each other from? Where do I put this without getting burned? Where did you guys put this and not get burned? You know, things like that. Anyways. But I feel like this is something that people might even feel a sense of like judgmentalness. Is that a word? Where they just really kind of want to look and say, you guys are really different. Do you really belong together? Not that it's anyone else's business. Now, I want to kind of point this out. I know that my set today is different because it's a box. I'm trying not to burn the house down, but I still want to share it with you guys. And I know my honeymoon card is tilted, but I can't help but notice it's tilted towards this ladder. And it's almost like, it makes me feel like the Wheel of Fortune combined with the Hermit. So I feel like for some of you guys, you could be headed somewhere where you have a glow up, things start improving for you. Maybe this connection opens up your energies, your chakras, and allows energy to flow a lot more smoothly for you. And I feel like it might even put you into a space where later you may have to like pull back your energy and do some journaling, do some meditating, do some like, let me get a grip and see how I'm feeling. Like that was unexpected. Yeah. It might put you a little bit in your headspace. Why is the honeymoon card here? More information about our pile number 1, please. The anatomy of our connection. Show me now. The 9 of Wands. Because you're defensive. You have a lot of defenses up. You perhaps don't really trust easily. Or perhaps this is saying, I don't trust at all. And it takes a lot for me to try to do things in a different manner, to give people the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you are someone who has been really burned. I mean, haven't we all? But perhaps somebody you've been really burned by life, and that's why you have really attached yourself to your roots. Let's just say it that way. And you've established yourself a really nice foundation. But from there, you've reached a point in your growth or your evolution or your point in life where people have to really kind of coax you out of your comfort zone. You're not one to take risks. Also, I feel like you're definitely someone who likes to keep your connections private, your mindset private, your everything private, how you move. You could also be somebody who shields themselves from a lot of attention. It's almost like too much attention is unwanted. Show me more about pile number 1, the anatomy of your connection, please. Show me more about the devil and their intentions. Show me now. I just threw. Get out of here. The devil is clarified by the devil. Wouldn't you know it? And it landed sideways. So a little bit obsessive, a little bit of enslavement towards thought or obsessive thinking. And it could be obsession about sex, about what fires their passion, their desires. And this landed sideways. So I feel like that kind of ebbs and flows. So this person can definitely have, when they think of you and look at you, sex on their mind. And you could be in a new partnership. That is mostly what I'm getting from all of this. So if you like this kind of reading, please do give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know. Let me know. Put a little emoji of a sword at the bottom if you're pile number 1. Let me know how that goes, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose let go of control issues, if you chose to let go and control issues, well, congratulations. Please do give tips. I'm just kidding. If you chose pile number 2, letting go of control issues, this message is for you. A little sagey sage to clear off any energies that might be lingering off of the last reading. For you newbies that are stopping in just to see what's going on, I want to extend a very warm welcome to you. For you repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate you, and I hope everyone gets exactly what it is that they came here for. Pile number 2, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. The anatomy of your connection, pile number 2. Now, I'm doing this reading in a very tiny space because my friend Carl gave me this beautiful box. I want to share it with everyone. Yeah, so we're doing it this way today. Let go of control issues. Pile number 2, the anatomy of your connection. The anatomy of your connection, show me now. We have the 5 of Cups. Perhaps we're in deep sadness. We're thinking about the times that have been. We're thinking about the good times. We're having some heartache, heartbreak, some sadness, reminiscing about things. Let go of control issues. See the anatomy of your connection, please, for pile number 2. Show me now. My voice totally cracked. Did you guys hear that? I feel like I'm going to puberty again, but I'm really not. That's awesome. Okay. So we have 7 of Wands. You guys, this deck, I kept trying to kind of like feature it or talk to you guys about it. What is it called again? The Sacred Sisterhood Tarot for fierce women. And again, just know that we do read energy on this channel. We do not read sex per se. I am an equal opportunity offender here. So this could be saying that with the 7 of Wands, you feel like you need to really put up your defenses, put up your dukes. This person apparently has gone it looks like has lost her breast, maybe perhaps a breast cancer or something like that, and she still has one other one. And it's, of course, the Seven of Wands. This is about being in a high position, being able to, even though you're attacked or perceived attack, that you are standing on high with the ability to really fend for yourself, defend yourself, and fight back and even win. Okay, so even though you're undergoing some sadness here in this connection, it seems like you have the ability to make progress here. We're going to explore a little bit about that in just a moment. Show me why the Seven of Wands is here, please. For pile number 2, the anatomy of your connection. Maybe some of you guys actually had breast cancer and had to, you know, have a biopsy or surgery. Maybe you had one or both breasts removed. And this is male or female. Either one can get breast cancer. It doesn't make a difference. And if that is your story, then I'm really so sorry. I'm grateful that you are fighting and that you are still here. The anatomy of your connection. Show me why the Seven of Wands is here. Show me now. So maybe you cut somebody off. And this was saying, this is almost saying like, cutting you off was like cutting off my own breast, cutting off my own body part. It was so deep, so traumatic. I'm trying to get this to where you can see it without the priority mail outer box, which is not the cool part. So this is a really tough time. I feel like you're in mourning. You could have cut out this person. Letting go of control issues. This could be maybe saying that your person was too controlling, that you have scars and wounds. It could be physical scars and wounds from this connection even. If it is not physical, then definitely emotional scars and wounds from this person, perhaps being over controlling, dogmatic, not trusting you. This person giving you their back, or vice versa, you giving this person your back. Perhaps they were like cold and detached or disdainful, or something about their attitude kind of didn't really make you feel loved, make you feel special. They put you in a place of sorrow and grief. I feel like with this, even like you're taking your memories with, like, even though he has a really crappy look on his face right here, and she's protecting the child, and she's like, I'm out of here too. She's taking this big urn. It could have been that someone has passed away. For one of you, I feel like another child has passed away in this connection. And if that is not the case, then some of you guys maybe would have had a miscarriage. For another of you, I feel like you're carrying your father's ashes around you, or someone, I feel like it's a male for most, but the ashes of a parent or someone who really meant a lot to you in life. And the fact that she has it held to her ear almost, I feel like it's like you're listening to your ancestors and listening to them saying, you know what, Mija, move on, or this is going to be better for you. You know, you need to take care of yourself, your family, and allow the situation to unfold naturally. When you withdraw from someone, they have no choice but to react or act differently. So letting go of control issues can also be saying that, you know, I can't control the situation. I can't make you love me more. I can't make you treat me better or look at me out of a different lens, a lens that is of not contempt. I said that wrong, but you know the feeling. I open a glass down at the bottom of the deck. I have this beautiful card. I feel like, you know, the Two of Cups, this is all about having, this is like a soulmate. This is about somebody who really gets you. And this is saying, you know, I miss the times when you really understood me. When we understood each other, when we had long discussions, when it felt like we're on the same page, when it felt like you were really my person, and even more importantly, when I was your person. But really, the fact of the matter is that the most important thing in that statement here is that you are the most important part, or the most important person, like, you know, that you were important to this story, that you were pedestal, that you were esteemed, that you were taken care of. And I feel like there is a wedge there because of somebody's desire for control. Show me more. What happened here in the story for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2, what's going on with you? The anatomy of your connection. Why is letting go control issues here? Show me now. And this could be, I feel, yeah, okay. Wow. You had to really find out what it is that you have a passion for and a desire for. And based on that, I feel like you made a move, a strategic move. You had to cut out whatever it was that didn't fit your narrative, whatever wasn't good, whatever it wasn't thriving, whatever isn't healthy. And I feel like that fact alone, that you had to make those decisions to cut out something like that, was saying that, you know, you did feel like you were cutting out a part of your body, cutting off a part of your body. And yet you have to do that in order to do what is best for you, best for your family, perhaps children. And if not, then best for your self-esteem. Because honestly, no relationship is more important than how you feel about yourself. If we don't have our self-esteem, we open up ourselves to a world of abuse. So I feel like you're finding your passion, your drive. You're having to focus on the future, but this is saying that you looked at the back, you look behind you with sorrow, and you remember, and you maybe perhaps daydream about cutting off that relationship, and that's why there is a lot of sadness attached to it. I feel like most of you do have a child with this person or this connection that we are talking about. So with the Chariot, this tells me that you didn't really have a full idea or a full plan of how to move forward. Perhaps you didn't have all the resources, all the tools, but when you got, let's say 85% there, you just pulled the trigger. You decided to go. Now, what I'm going to say about this is that on the top, the Chariot is usually, obviously, the Chariot, charioteer, and then you have the horse as the positive and negative polarities where they pull in one direction. If you have one horse, like distracted, going one way, and the other horse the other way, that is not going to work well for anyone. And so I feel like you pulled your resources, you pulled your energy, and I feel like it was very painful. Like I have a lot of heaviness on my shoulders. I feel like this weighs on you. I feel like it weighs on your mind, but I do feel like your ancestors and your family, friends and family, whomever is standing behind you in a show of support. And a lot of people on the other side supporting you as well. I feel like not a ton of people on this side, by the way, supporting you. La justicia, la justice, okay? So we have the justice card here. So there was a great injustice done, and I feel like in order to rectify it, you had to withdraw, you had to pull your energy away. Perhaps you are actually fighting for parental rights, for anything. This could have to do with law, with justice, with making things right once again. And you do have some sevens on the board here, which tells me that this actually served as a catalyst to really launch you into something a lot more spiritual than you ever thought, okay? Now I have the Cavalier of Pentacles right here, and this tells me that perhaps you feel like you don't have, I don't know how to prop this up without causing a big mess, so here we go. I feel like you kind of feel wobbly, a little bit waffly, a little bit kind of like I'm heading this direction. I kind of cut and severed my ties. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of going step by step and sometimes day by day. And things may feel a little bit tumultuous. Things might feel, I heard rickety. That's kind of weird. It may be that you are having a problem or needing to get transportation or a vehicle or something like that. You might even feel kind of like things are at a point where I'm handicapped, where I can't stand on my own 2 feet. Perhaps you're trying to find your sea legs because this person was somebody who controlled all the purse strings or whatever, and you're having to kind of learn things at a very fast rate, rapid rate, like a crash course on how to manage your finances, how to even make money. That's for maybe one or two of you, but most of all is how do I move on? And I feel a little bit, crippled, a little bit incapacitated in my ability to move forward. But fear not, friend, because I really do see that you have that ability. It's just focusing on the forward movement and not so much looking behind you, okay? So remember that Lot's wife was told not to look, and Lot turned and look, and I think she turned to salt. I think that's how the story goes. Anyway, it's been many years. But you want to just focus on what is in front of you, on the pavement ahead. Even, I mean, there's a lot of like, almost like it looks like water, or I guess it could be grass, like rolling hills, I guess. But to me, yeah, it seems like rolling hills, I guess, but it almost feels like water. So even though you maybe have some firm footing and you're navigating a little bit like, wow, it's a bit of a roller coaster. I don't really know how things are going, and things get smooth and then they're like tough when you're trying to, you know, pump your bike on an incline or trying to move your wheelchair on an incline. Things could feel really difficult. You're using different muscles, you're using different skill sets, you're discovering new things about yourself, and things that you never had to know before, and discovering strengths that you never thought you had before. And I feel like by the end of this step in your journey, I'm going to put it like that, you are going to really be surprised at how much you have grown, at how capable you really are. And I feel, by the way, I heard that this is done for you, not to you. And I also heard that this is done to help you in the end, so you can look back and you have an esteem, a self-esteem that nobody can yank away from you. Because when you are forced to do things, everything by yourself, there's a certain amount of pride that we have, that we can look back and go, yeah, I did this all by myself. And it gives you renewed confidence that you can actually tackle new tasks and new challenges, and not be so overcome each time we encounter something, you know, big. I feel like this has been a life changer for you. I'm gonna actually move my camera for you. I wasn't planning on doing that. Again, this is a box that my dear friend gave me. So let's see if I can bring this into play. Where is this? Show you what I'm looking at. Oh gosh. Okay. I wanted to show you this house on top of this cloud. So I feel like you could be somebody who's studying into the night, even studying people's moves or how to move, or studying about where to get help, grants, assistance for single moms, assistance with people, refugees, anybody. I don't know. Your case is going to be different. This is not a personal reading. This is a general read, of course. And so if you fit any of those narratives, like let's say you moved to a different country, different city, different whatever, in order to escape a situation that was not good, because I do feel like this involved perhaps some mental, emotional abuse, if not even, you know, domestic violence itself. And I hope not, but that is the feeling that I get. Was it was an abusive thing? I feel like you are in your head, and perhaps you are just really studying late into the night, and something about the moon cycles could be really, really kind of soothing and a little bit hauntingly calming for you at the same time. Connect with that energy and know that you know, communing with the moon is great, but be sure not to ignore the sun as well. And I feel like you could be dreaming or thinking about a home. So maybe perhaps you are living in a home like assisted living, or some kind of a program where people are really trying to help you to kind of go to that next level of where it is that you need to go and want to go, and things like that. The anatomy of your connection so far, unfortunately, I feel like is you escaping. It's like you have to escape. You're seeking your own freedom. And there is a lot of sadness. And if this is your story, I feel for you. I have been through a similar situation. So there's a lot of support out there, a lot of forums, a lot of people that have undergone something similar. So I definitely recommend that you get with people who can really understand your story and lend to it as well. I do see you even having that little nostalgia of thinking, oh, you know, there's like making paper airplanes or paper boats and things like that. I don't know if you can see like the little paper boats that are, I'm going to let go of control issues myself for just 1 second, because this top keeps calling my attention for you. Let's not burn the house, Rosal. Here we are. Okay, these little, you know, like in movies, I remember making these when I was a kid, but I'm dating myself, whatever. And putting those like little paper boats into like the canal and watching it go down. But the house, you know, dreaming of a home perhaps, and things like that. And fish flying. I mean, a little bit of fantasy land, a little bit of like dreaming. And dreaming is really, really good. It's really healthy. It is going to help you to really find the direction to your next step. So do not feel bad about that. I'm going to urge you to definitely have mercy, have sympathy, have love for yourself, okay? Even though you may be free falling and not knowing exactly where it is that you are going, I do feel like you're divinely led, spirit led. I'm also looking at the ladders here, and that is to help you to really, I feel like you're ascending to get into a different kind of zone so that you can get off the hamster wheel is what I heard, okay? So that is what I'm getting for you. Any last words? The anatomy of your connection, please. The anatomy of your connection. Show me now. The Ten of Cups. So perhaps you were married to this person or thinking about being married. I feel like most of you guys were in a commitment. It was a commitment, and maybe you had to leave that commitment behind, because if things don't go well, your commitment to yourself is really important. What else do we have for my pile number 2? Show me now. Yeah, you're going to undergo a time where you're going to really think about things, but you're going to think about things from a really higher spiritual perspective. This is also healing. Give yourself time to grieve and time to heal. And with that healing, you're going to come up with new ideas and a new optimism that perhaps you haven't had in a long, long time. So please trust in that. I know that everything feels like maybe you're submerged in water and that things are really touch and go right now, but you'll be okay. Just take it one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, and do positive affirmations. Just know that you are strong, that you are beautiful, that you are taken care of, that you have endured so much and you have so much strength within you to create a life that will leave you shocked a year from now at how you did it and the resources that came together and how spirit pulled things for you and how things, quote, landed in your lap, how your guides and your ancestors orchestrated things for you. Just do not lose hope and do not lose faith in yourself and do not lose confidence, okay? Wearing yellow and oranges are going to really help you at this point in time. I know that she's wearing blue, but do stay away from blue because that might make you absorb other people's emotions a lot more, and we don't really need that at this point in time, okay? So I hope you really enjoyed this reading. My heart goes out to you. I hope that you like the anatomy of your connection and this whole idea of how to do a reading on your connection, and I hope that you return. Smash the like button on your way out. Much love and much luck to you. Namaste. Hi friends, my name is Chriselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. If you chose pile 3, this message is for thee. If you're a repeat offender, I want to thank you for showing up. I really do appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel or just stopping by to see what's going on, I want to extend a very warm welcome to you as well. Let's get a little bit of sage going. And let us find out a little bit about the anatomy of your connection here. So if you chose by a video clip or by card, this is pile 3. Of course, I probably already said this, but this little setup is actually a little box that somebody made for me. It was really sweet of them. My friend Carl sent this to me. It was a box, and he actually decorated the box on the inside, and I'm just really thrilled with it. So I thought I would share it with you guys as well. So moving on. Pile number 3, if you chose pile number 3, religious factors. Your love life has been influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel like perhaps one or both of you are getting your own downloads and really connected to spirit or source, whatever you want to, I guess, consider it, or however you want to call it. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. Show me more about the anatomy of your connection, please. Show me now. And I already did get a jump that flipped, so I'm going to grab that first. Le judgment. So obviously there was a judgment that had to do with religious factors. Sorry about that. Perhaps even religious upbringings. But definitely something about a belief system. We'll get more into it, okay? And there is a stalemate or a need to make a decision. Everybody knows there's a need to make this decision, and yet nobody is making it. So I'm thinking that perhaps this has to do with, okay, we're not totally compatible. We're not on the same page. We don't exactly see eye to eye. And this wound up being a very heavy duty thing that kind of, I guess, separates or causes maybe some dissension or disunification. Now, I do feel like it, whatever this is, it's a big deal because there's a major judgment that needs to be made or being made currently, and then a stalemate. So a lot of emotion behind this. There's a need to make a decision. Show me what I need to see for pile 3 about the anatomy of your connection. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's do this. Le pape. It's a Hierophant. And the Page of Swords. So perhaps here there was some investigating or checking things out. And this has to do with commitment. What are you committed to? Can I be committed to someone with a completely different philosophy, idea, upbringing, a different foundation, a different belief system? And initially, I feel like maybe in this connection, it wasn't even an issue or a big deal. But I feel like as things got a little bit deeper, it became a big deal. Indeed, it has caused a lot of stress. If you can see that without the glare. A lot of stress, perhaps even some sleepless nights. A need, again, to decide what are we going to do about this. Coco, there's nothing here for you. Sorry, my dog is being extra right now. I heard it's time to pay the piper. For 1 or 2 of you, I heard that this involves a pregnancy. And because of the pregnancy, this is why religious factors are involved. Perhaps the family would not accept the fact that there is a pregnancy out of wedlock. Perhaps your person is partnered with someone else. Perhaps you are young and this somehow would not be acceptable. Or frankly, I mean, some religions don't accept you mixing with others, so that would be a major thing. So let's see what else. Why do we have the 9 of Swords here, please? Why do we have all this stress, this angst, this anxiety, this sleepless nights, this possibly tossing and turning, waking up, just kind of like feeling of terror in the heart? Show me now. It's about a deep connection. You guys see eye to eye on almost everything. It's almost like I met my other half, my perfect match, my other mate. If this does not involve someone romantic, then I just feel like perhaps this is saying that you can't be equally yoked with people that are of not the same faith or the same upbringing. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be, quote, like religious, the religious upbringing. This can mean I've met people, and I've actually dated a few who are like, I won't date outside of my race. And I know that's like not okay to say out in public, but here we are. And so I'm Latina, and I've had, boyfriends say that they refuse to date outside of their race. So take it however you will. I personally don't feel that way, but that is my personal opinion, okay? So there's a lot of variables. This has to do with commitment. This has to do with perhaps, is this person going to commit to me? Now I feel like because we have a child involved, we have to make this official type of a thing, or there's a pregnancy and how, we have to do this together, whatever the case may be. It is very traditional. Show me more about the anatomy of this connection. Why do I keep saying collection? Show me more about the anatomy of your connection, pile number 3. What do we have for me? Let's find out. Anybody want a dog? Oh my gosh, stop. Sorry, that's my dog being all dramatic. So we have a lot of messages back and forth and back. A lot of communication, a lot of maybe talking about things. And if that's not happening as of yet, I feel like it will, because there's a stalemate. Even perhaps you're doing a lot of talking but unable to come to like a real conclusion or a compromise. With the Eight of Wands, this is also a lot of like messages of love, like a lot of positive messages. I feel like for some of you guys, because her head, I realize obviously I put this here, but I feel like maybe there's a little bit of like having your heads in the clouds, a lot of daydreaming, a lot of fantasizing, a lot of... Coco, you were so disruptive. Both of you guys, what are you doing here? No, there's nothing here. Go. Go. Sorry. Okay. So I feel like... Well, let's see. Show me more. Why is... Oh, hi. So something needs to radically change. I didn't even get my question out. I feel like this is saying for some of you, even a commitment with this person, it would never happen. Maybe they're already in a relationship. Maybe they're married. For one of you, I heard that this person already is involved in a prearranged marriage. Is that still a thing somewhere? Okay, there's a need to decide between two different people. So some of you, they're in this connection. What this is saying is that your lover has another. And there's a need to make a decision. Or perhaps you're the one that has another lover and there's a need to make a decision. And there is a judgment trying to decide what is best for me type of a thing. And within that judgment, the biggest thing on this person's mind, the person having to decide, everybody in the end has to decide, but the person having to decide is really considering that religious factors is a major thing, or upbringing, or background, or race, something like that. Yeah, this is about being in your head. Perhaps the other person is in their head. This is about setting up shop, foundation, stability. This is about taking time away, stepping back. Maybe you took a small break from this person in order to contemplate, make a decision, and really decide what is the best course of action here. I'm going to say that, oh my gosh, look, you can't, one of you guys is pregnant. If you're pregnant, please put like a world emoji out there that you chose pile number 3, and I'm really curious. But anyways, obviously she's pregnant, so this is a quintessential mom. And if you're not pregnant, or the other person isn't pregnant, this is about talking about a pregnancy, about starting a family, something about religious factors. How's that going to affect my family, raising my children with someone of a different background or the belief system. And then here with the Four of Swords, we're talking about, this is having some heartache, heartbreak, and having to heal, having to withdraw your energy, taking some time, taking some space to really heal over this issue. It is a major issue, you guys. I totally, wow. It's a lot. It's heavy. For pile number 3, the anatomy of your connection, please. Show me more about the anatomy of your connection for pile number 3. What do we have for me? Show me now. 7 of Wands. Having the upper hand, taking a big analysis, looking at the chart, or getting a feel for exactly how everything would work out logistically, looking at stats, looking at, okay, is this practical? Is it acceptable? What can I do about it? Yeah, and frankly, honestly, I even feel like for some, is it even worth trying to make things work and hammer things out, okay? That might be for one or two of you. Music also might be really, really important, you guys, for you or your partner, the person that you're considering or thinking about when you came to this reading. Show me what I need to see. My dogs are having a conniption fit. I have no idea why. And yes, they've already been let out. They're taken care of, but he cries and whines and makes funny noises when he thinks he lost something. Show me what I need to see here. Why is this Empress here? The anatomy of your connection, pile number 3. Show me now. The Knight of Wands. Somebody has... I hate to say this, but I feel like somebody has not been true. Somebody may have the energy of they're here, there, and they're everywhere. Meaning sexually, they could have gotten someone else pregnant. They could have gotten you pregnant. There could be 2 people that are pregnant in this case. But regardless, I feel like there's more than just one person. I do feel like there is thinking about weighing between one and the other. Okay? For others of you, this has to do with a job and your connection. This has to do with, do I continue pursuing this connection because my job is really important? And is this going to work logically for me? But there is a lot of energy of, hey, I'm here, let's go. Hey, I'm there, let's go. That kind of a thing. This person can be in here for a while, but not for a long while. They're definitely not here to stay. King of Cups. So this could be you or this could be your partner. But someone in this connection actually has a tight rein on their emotions. They're emotionally mature, but next to this Wands character, that's stating that one person is mature emotionally. They might have a lot of emotional things going on or have feelings about things, but they can kind of control themselves, and they're not going to really tip their hand and tell you exactly how they're feeling. I feel like this is more you. But the other person is more like fiery, kind of like, oh, you know, I'm excited. It's more like my sexual energy type thing. Kind of chasing, a little bit like squirrel, you know, that kind of an energy. I personally don't like that, but here we are. What else do we need to see? The anatomy of your connection, please. Religious factors. What is religious factors on here? Okay, that just jumped out. The Ace of Cups, because there is a deep connection, because their cup overflowed, there is emotion. There's emotion for you. But I feel like they're also looking for that holy grail, the person that matches that cup, their foundation to be very similar, or it's almost like they want a mirror image of themselves, just to be real. Show me what I need to see. What is the Ace of Cups here? For pile number 3. The anatomy of your connection, please. Show me now. Can you guys hear him quacking? Hopefully not. Okay, so the Eight of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands again. So a lot of communication, a lot of maybe emotional communication. It could be that when you communicated the news that maybe you were pregnant or something like that, that it kind of caused a barrage of messages back and forth. Why do we keep getting the Eight of Wands here, please? For pile number 3, exploring the anatomy of your connection. Let's find out. The Seven of Pentacles. So somebody is taking stock. Somebody I feel like has already made a judgment, but might be kind of like energetically not saying a lot about what they decided. Not saying that I made a decision and I need to pull the trigger and I want you to know where we're at. This is simply stating I made a decision. I made, you know, the verdict is in and you have no idea what's going on. And maybe it's because it's even kind of painful for this other person to, you know, admit or realize. I've got the Four of Pentacles, keeping this themselves. I feel like they've already made a decision and they're not telling you. And if you're the one in need of making a decision, like the final decision or whatever the case may be, then you're the one holding back emotionally. You're not sharing what it is that you're feeling or thinking, or much less like what you decided. You're kind of keeping your emotions and your thoughts close to your chest, kind of a thing. This is a period of contemplation. Maybe it's even contemplating, how am I going to tell this person? How will I tell my person that I need to do this, like break up, shake up, or whatever the case may be. Because the Seven of Pentacles, they're really thinking about, you know, am I going to get back that time, that money, that energy, that love, that blood, that sweat, tears that I put into the situation? Am I going to get this back? Is this good for me? Ultimately, religious factors, a foundation. And because we saw the Four of Swords there, I definitely feel like it has caused a lot of anxiety here. The Devil, it's caused some obsession. And I can't help but feel, you guys, I feel like there's been cheating involved, or there's, you know, somebody else, another person. And this person is like, I want the whole sundae. I want the chocolate. I want the cherry, the sprinkles. I want all of it. If you have marshmallow, ooey gooey stuff, I want that too. And I feel like you know this. I feel like you know this about them, because there's a little bit of a kid in a candy store kind of mentality or vibration here that you are familiar with. Yes. When I look at the bottom of the deck, by the way, this is a card I have, is the Three of Chalices. This tells me this person really prioritizes maybe partying, having fun, having a good time over a long time. And that's perhaps what caused this whole, like, kind of situation here. And you know that they like to have a good time. They like to do their thing. Because with that Knight of Wands, this is energy. This is in and out. This is sexual pleasure driven by, you know, driven by the libido. But I do want to say that for you, what I'm getting also is I feel like you are really kind of crowned. I feel like you are favored. You're divinely favored. I feel like you have a lot of poise. I feel like you have a lot of faith, even though this could be crushing if this is your story. If this is not your story and you don't have that gut feeling that someone is out there, somebody's cheating or something is going on, then please click off. This is not your reading. This is only for those that are, you know, feeling like this story is theirs. Don't make a story fit. Nobody's story should fit, just your own. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of energy in my crown chakra. You can get your own downloads. I feel like you could be getting your own downloads. Your crown chakra, your top of your head could kind of tingle or feel like movement or something just odd, like different. I want to get a different deck. I did not do this for everybody else, but we're going to do it. What the heck? And also, you guys, if you like this kind of reading, please do give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you also like the intro and picking with clips, something like that, it would be nice to hear. I'm definitely curious, but entirely up to you. Show me what I need to see here. The anatomy of your connection, please. Show me what I need to see. We have the Devil. We have obsession. We have the Knight of Wands. It keeps popping in and out. Show me what I need to see in the anatomy of your connection for pile 3. Show me now. The time is near. Communication, union, or separation. Yep. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but maybe you guys have taken a little break and there has been no communication. So what else do we need to hear, please? Show me what I need to see about the connection for pile number 3. Show me now. Your energy is so contagious. And look at the drinks here. It's like, I'd love to have a good time with you. This one's peeking through. I pray for you, my love. Well, that's nice. I mean, interesting, because religious factors came into play. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3 and the anatomy of your connection. Show me now. I'm sorry that I judged you unrighteously. There was that judgment card. So maybe this person is saying you didn't take care of yourself. You tried to trap them with a pregnancy or try to trap them one way or another. I want you despite of the challenges. And so this person's desire is kind of like off the hook. They still want you. But is that enough for you? Only you have to decide, look, you captivate me. It's like we keep getting recurring, you know, but this is all, I don't want to say lower base, but honestly, there's incredible chemistry. But is that all? I mean, I definitely want you to look deeper and see if that's acceptable. Chemistry is fantastic. It's riveting, amazing. But is that going to sustain you in the long run? In the long haul, okay? So, anyways, that is the reading that I have for you. Much love to you, pile number 3. Namaste.